everyone, welcome back to Imperfectly Perfect Girl, and this is part 3 of the series Life Experiences from Mumbai to Sydney. In this video, we will talk about jobs and salaries, one of the most sort of debated topics for anyone coming to this country. So I'll give you a bit background about myself. I was in the banking industry for the past 5 years back in Mumbai, India, in a cooperative bank, and I came with that hope to get a job in the bank in this country. So when I came in 2017, we'll talk about visas and everything else in the next video. I didn't look for work. I took a break and looked for work only after 6 months, which was in January. But since we had a trip planned to India, I didn't even look for work back then. I started searching in March of 2018. I made my CV and got all started and started applying, and I got a call for the Big Four banks where I had an interview. I was pretty excited to go for the interview. I prepared myself, but definitely not to that extent that I would be that confident or excel the interview, because this was my first interview in this country, and I was pretty excited, but my resume was good, but not that good to land me a job. It was like 4 pages long, so definitely it was a lot of information to read for the interviewers, and I didn't do that well, couldn't answer that many questions, and there you go, that was a rejection for me. A good experience, I would say, because I didn't anyways want to work in the Big Four. At that point of time I did, but looking back I didn't want to. So that was a learning experience for me. I went on searching for jobs, applying through all the job sites and giving interviews, but no luck. In this period, I also volunteered for an NGO which taught digital literacy to seniors. That was an interesting volunteer work that I did. It was fun and it was nice, but it obviously didn't pay me any money because that was not a job. I also did some research for a water company in Sydney, and I enjoyed that too, for which I got paid, but it was just for that time of research. I went on searching for jobs but didn't find any luck, so I upgraded my skills and did a certificate 4 in banking. This was from a reputed college remotely, and definitely that did add to my experience. And after all these years of searching and COVID hit, I got a job in 21. And this was not with a banking firm but with an asset finance firm. One of the most interesting facts is that it took me 3.7 years to land a job. Yes, that's correct, 3.7 years in total, because I was searching, not finding the right job. I always had in mind to look for a job in the bank because that's what my experience and my interest lied in. But I would also like to say that it's not necessary that you land a job in the same industry as you were before, especially not when you're moving countries. And no job is big or small. That's something I definitely learned, because there were people who were also trying to get a job and who had banking experience but couldn't get, so they went and did jobs in a warehouse or in a supermarket. But I was not sure whether I should do it, not do it. Was not really happy about it back then, but after I got the job, I definitely was happy. I waited, but definitely I lost a lot of years, and thinking back, I would recommend, or to anyone, to go ahead and get a job, even if it's not in the same industry, but it's definitely some work experience on your CV. Looking back, also, I had not a very great experience with recruiters, because obviously I didn't have experience here, and local experience matters a lot. It only made sense to me once I started work, but definitely giving someone a chance, see how they're performing, makes a lot of difference to the people looking for a job and the industry itself. Everyone has different potential, or the best potential probably, and they could just make use of that in the job. So give someone a chance and they should definitely do their best. I would just like to say that this was my experience back then, and I still have a lot to share. I will let you know more about my job experience in the next video. Till then, please do leave your comments and look forward to catching you all in the next